TBC, LDBC, Tank, Boxing and Sports, KO and the bullshit. Oh man, gotta chime in today. Great weekend of boxing. Well, a good first half of the weekend of boxing and then a bullshit second day of boxing on Saturday. But let's get to it. So on Friday, we saw Daniel Jacobs take on Sergio Mora in a good rematch. Jacobs looking solid. He was looking very, very strong. You can tell Jacobs is in shape. He looks heavier. He looks a lot thicker, a lot more muscular. And a guy like Sergio Mora, who was very, very tricky and a very experienced guy, he just couldn't take that punishment, man. Jacobs was steady hitting him, catching him over the top. Then Jacobs would even switch southpaw at times and outbox him, catching him with right hooks. And basically just annihilated Mora in the 7th round, where really was no point in letting Mora fight. Mora was tough. Mora kept coming. He kept getting up trying to fight, but it was the referee had to stop that one. That was a good stoppage in my opinion. And then, after the fight, Daniel Jacobs, he calls out Gennady Golovkin. But we know HBO gonna bullshit around and pretend like he didn't call him out, and then they're gonna go with some more bullshit, which they did. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward to the really bullshit fight, the bullshit time of the weekend. Gennady Pussy G Golovkin fighting against Kell the fucking welterweight Brook. And he's not even the best welterweight, just one of a top tier welterweight. And so this guy gets in there and he getting his ass whooped by Kell Brook. Kell Brook is in there lighting his ass up. But the only problem is that Kell Brook just really fought stupid at times. He fought with too much bravado, in my opinion. I think it was a good stoppage by the referee, but I feel like Kell Brook should have been making Triple G chase him a little bit more. At times he was trading too much when that early in the fight. He should have been just getting off and circling. And wearing Triple G down, touching him to the body. But hey, in that big moment he wanted to win. He saw he was hurting Triple G, so I think he tried to kind of go after him a little bit, but he not understanding Triple G a full-fledged middleweight who actually can fight at a higher level weight than middleweight. He's a heavy guy, he gonna be able to take those punches. But either way it go, Triple G is the biggest coward I've ever seen in fucking boxing, because you keep fighting smaller guys. You got fucking top middleweights in your division and you won't fight none of them. Daniel Jacobs just called you out. Chris Eubanks, you ducked that fucking fight too. And now everybody's still gonna act like you just a fucking top pound for pound fighter. You ain't fucking pound for pound if you're fighting guys smaller than you. You gotta fight guys bigger than you too. You gotta fight great fighters whether they bigger or smaller. But man, I'll never watch this fucking dude fight again. That shit was a waste of time, because he's basically just fighting guys that he's much fucking bigger than. Yeah, Kell Brook came, he bulked up. He had to go fucking eat a lot, so he wasn't used to being at that weight. That probably affected his movement to a certain extent as well, because he still ain't used to fighting with quite as heavy of a body. He used to being in the ring weighing about 160 pounds, when this time he got to be in the ring trying to weigh 180. That's a big difference. But anyway, Triple G is a bitch. I have no fucking respect for him. I have no respect for him. He's the biggest coward I've ever seen in the fucking sport of boxing, and everybody gives him a ton of credit. So, hey, it is what it is. Tank Boxing and Sports. Subscribe to my channel.